Hey guys, for over 2 centuries, treasure hunters have been drawn to Oak Island, lured by the promise of hidden riches and a mystery that refuses to be solved. Season after season, the Curse of Oak Island has chronicled the relentless pursuit of answers, with the Fellowship of the Dig pushing further into the unknown. But in Season 12, Episode 14, ominously titled Sinking In, the stakes have never been higher. As the team edges closer to what they believe is the legendary Chapel Vault, disaster strikes. Could this be the moment they finally uncover proof of Oak Island's treasure? Or will the island fight back once again, as it has so many times before? Let us analyze the key clues that make this episode one of the most thrilling ever. The legendary Chapel Vault has been a focal point of Oak Island lore for years. Historical records suggest that this structure, buried deep within the Money Pit, could hold incredible treasures, possibly even the long-lost artifacts of the Knights Templar. After years of careful excavation and research, the team believes they are closer than ever to reaching it. The latest preview for Sinking In hints that they may finally be within striking distance of their goal. Equipment readings suggest a significant underground structure, and excitement is at an all-time high. But if Oak Island's history has taught us anything, it's that every step forward comes with an unexpected challenge. Just as the team begins to think they are on the verge of something historic, disaster strikes. While the exact nature of the setback remains unclear, the trailer suggests a major collapse or flooding event in the Money Pit. Could they have triggered an underground chamber's collapse? Is water once again rushing in to thwart their efforts, just as it has so many times before? One possibility is that their drilling operation may have weakened the surrounding earth, causing a sudden and dangerous cave-in. If that's the case, not only does it put their excavation at risk, but it could also mean that whatever lies beneath may be even harder to access. Another theory is that the team's equipment may have suffered a catastrophic failure. In past seasons, heavy machinery has been pushed to its limits, and the unpredictable nature of Oak Island's underground tunnels has led to costly repairs and unexpected delays. If something similar happens in Episode 14, the team may need to rethink their entire strategy. With the collapse or flooding in the Money Pit, the Fellowship of the Dig is forced to make a crucial decision. Do they risk pushing forward despite the danger, or do they step back and regroup? History suggests they won't give up so easily. After all, they have come too far to turn back now. But the clock is ticking. With every passing moment, water may be seeping in, tunnels may be shifting, and their chance of reaching the Chapel Vault could be slipping away. In the past, setbacks like this have forced the team to rethink their entire approach. We've seen them bring in bigger drills, more advanced sonar technology, and new excavation techniques to navigate obstacles. This time, however, the challenge may be even greater. If they miscalculate, they risk losing not just their progress but possibly the treasure itself. This episode could mark the moment where the team finally breaks through to the Chapel Vault, or it could be yet another chapter in Oak Island's long history of near misses. Over the years, many explorers have claimed to be on the verge of a discovery, only to be met with disappointment. But this time, the signs are different. The evidence, historical maps, sonar imaging, and borehole analysis all suggest they are closer than ever before. But if the Chapel Vault is indeed found, what could be inside? Potential discoveries could change history. Some believe Oak Island hides sacred artifacts, possibly even the Holy Grail or the Ark of the Covenant. Others suggest that lost works of William Shakespeare may be buried in the vault. Could this be the final resting place of Captain Kidd's legendary treasure? Or might the vault contain evidence of pre-Columbian visitors to North America? If Episode 14 delivers even a fraction of what treasure hunters have dreamed of, it could be one of the most significant discoveries in the show's history. Regardless of whether the team finds treasure or not, one thing is certain: the Curse of Oak Island isn't slowing down. Even if this episode presents a major setback, history has shown that the team always finds a way to regroup and press forward. But if they do uncover something truly groundbreaking, it could change everything. Not only would it be the culmination of decades of effort, but it could also rewrite history books and finally provide an answer to the island's greatest mystery. The premiere of Sinking In on Tuesday, March 4, 2025, will be a must-watch for longtime fans and newcomers alike. With high stakes, dramatic twists, and the potential for a history-making discovery, this could be the episode that changes everything. The intensity of the Curse of Oak Island has been building all season, but episode 14, Sinking In, feels like a turning point. With the possibility of reaching the chapel vault, the excitement among the team is palpable. However, Oak Island has a way of testing every treasure hunter who sets foot on it, and this episode will prove no different. Over the years, the team has dealt with unexpected floods, mechanical failures, and dangerous cave-ins. This time, the challenge might be their most dangerous yet. One of the biggest concerns for the team will be structural integrity in the money pit. The deeper they dig, the more unstable the underground tunnels become. If the ground gives way, not only could they lose access to the suspected treasure chamber, but it could also put lives at risk. Safety has always been a priority, but as the team gets closer to a breakthrough, the pressure to push forward despite the dangers becomes harder to ignore. Could the very act of digging be putting the treasure, if it exists, beyond their reach? The preview also hints at a frantic effort to salvage their excavation plans after the setback. In previous episodes, the team has shown incredible resilience when faced with obstacles, often pivoting to new techniques or bringing in specialized equipment. It's likely that Sinking In will showcase some last-minute problem-solving, possibly involving new drilling strategies or even the use of cutting-edge technology to scan the area before continuing. Beyond the physical dangers, there's also an emotional weight to this moment. Many members of the Fellowship of the Dig, including Rick and Marty Lagina, have dedicated years, some even decades, to solving this mystery. The idea that they could be inches away from history is exhilarating, but the possibility of another heartbreaking disappointment looms large. The team knows that Oak Island doesn't give up its secrets easily, and with so much at stake, every decision carries immense pressure. If this episode does indeed reveal the chapel vault, what happens next? The logistics of opening and excavating such a structure would be enormous. The team would need to carefully preserve any artifacts they find, ensuring that centuries-old relics aren't damaged in the process. If the vault contains organic materials like parchment or wood, specialized archaeologists might need to step in to handle delicate preservation efforts. This could be the start of an even bigger chapter in the Oak Island saga. However, there's also the possibility that the team will be forced to take a step back. If the collapse or flooding proves too severe, they might have no choice but to pause operations and reassess. This would be a crushing blow, but not necessarily the end of the road. The Laginas and their team have overcome countless obstacles before, and if this episode proves anything, it's that their determination remains unshaken. One thing is for certain, Sinking In will be a high-stakes episode filled with tension, action, and possibly even game-changing discoveries. Whether it ends in triumph or another frustrating setback, viewers will be left on the edge of their seats. The Curse of Oak Island has claimed many treasure hunters before, but will the Lagina brothers and their team finally break the cycle? With the show continuing to captivate audiences worldwide, this episode could mark a defining moment in its history. Whether it brings them closer to unlocking Oak Island's secrets or leaves them with more questions than answers, one thing is certain: fans won't want to miss a second of the action. The countdown to March 4, 2025, has begun. And with it, the possibility of history being rewritten once and for all.